I am a Nigerian teacher in Canada, and something happened in my class, and I was shocked. When I first started teaching in Canada, something happened that had never happened before. A student raised their hand and said, "Mrs. Itete, I don't think that's correct." Huh? And I took a moment and I paused. I was like, huh? Because where we come from, that would be seen as disrespect. Outrightly. But here in Canada, it's actually encouraged. Students are taught to ask questions, challenge ideas, and think critically. The goal is not just obedience. The goal is to improve understanding. So as a teacher, I realized that the system here actually encouraged the students to develop critical thinking. And one of the ways that they can do this is by asking questions. Instead of shutting the students down in class, I actually had to discuss her concern. And it had to do with adding the letter U to the word color. As a teacher, I was taught that if I am adding U, like COLOUR, then it has to be the same. And all the words like behavior and all that would, have the option of taking out U or adding U, like the word Anna. Then I have to add U across board. If I am not adding U, then I would not add U across board. So I did not add U to that spelling, and she thought it was wrong, so we had to talk about it. Students sometimes are actually right, and that moment taught me something really powerful. Education here in Canada focuses not just on learning. As a matter of fact, it focuses more on developing critical thinkers, where you question everything. Because it is in that you will get the core knowledge and even have new findings about existing knowledge. And honestly, when I understood that, my teaching also changed. If you have children in Canada, you will understand exactly what I'm talking about. Back home, we shush our children. We shut them up even before they would say anything. But if you say anything, if I hear you. But here, we are gradually adjusting to the system wherein we encourage, or the system that encourages our children to speak up. And it's usually a battle for parents and even the children at the beginning, because you're crossing the line. You shouldn't say that. That's disrespectful. Our culture doesn't permit it. It's not easy striking this balance as a parent and now a teacher. Do you have this kind of challenges? Have you seen these things that we're talking about? Do you think children, even back home, should be encouraged to develop critical thinking by allowing them to ask the very hard questions?